never tried to understand. I carried anger like a shield, and pride like something I had to defend. It's not a fight. I chose to prove that I was right instead of choosing what was right. Now I look back through older eyes and everything seems painfully clear. Some people didn't leave because they stopped loving me. They left because I gave them reason to disappear. I regret the way I acted back then, the careless man I used to be. Every word I spoke in anger, every heart I failed to see. I regret the pride I carried, the apologies I kept inside. I thought I was protecting myself, but I was pushing everyone aside. Now the past keeps whispering softly of the things I cannot undo. The deepest regret I carry now is knowing I was the reason someone hurt too. There were moments I could have listened, but I was waiting for my turn to speak. I mistook someone's patience for weakness and someone's silence for defeat. I judged before I knew their story. I blamed before I looked within. I wanted forgiveness for my mistakes, but never wanted to admit I'd been wrong. I thought that people who loved me would always understand my ways. I never realized that love can disappear one careless action at a time. Now I know that growing older isn't just about passing years. It's having the courage to face yourself without hiding behind excuses or fear. I regret the way I acted back then. Every moment I chose my pride. Every time someone needed kindness and I turned my heart aside. I regret the anger I carried, the patience I never learned. I thought I was protecting my heart, but I became the one who caused the hurt. If I could return to those days, I wouldn't defend what I had done. I wouldn't say I was angry, I was hurting, I didn't mean it. I would simply say I was wrong, because now I understand. A reason doesn't erase the damage, an apology doesn't erase the memory, and saying you didn't mean to hurt someone doesn't change the fact that they were hurt. I wish I had understood this sooner. You don't prove your strength by making someone else feel small. Sometimes strength is silence, sometimes strength is listening, and sometimes the strongest words you can ever say are, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I regret the way I acted back then, but I won't let regret be wasted. I'll turn every painful memory into a reason to be patient. I'll listen before I answer, I'll think before I speak. I'll choose kindness over anger, especially when I'm weak. If life gives me another chance to love, to trust, to care, I won't treat another heart casually. I'll remember what it means when someone isn't there. I cannot return to yesterday. I cannot erase my words. I cannot undo every moment when my actions caused pain. But I can remember not to punish myself, but to change myself. The person I was will always be part of my story, but he doesn't have to control the ending of it. Maybe regret is not about living forever with guilt. Maybe regret is finally understanding what you should have done differently. So I forgive the person I was for not knowing better. But I promise myself to know better now. I regret the way I treated people. I regret the things I did. And from this day forward, my actions will become the apology my words could never fully give. I used to dream without a reason. I used to believe I'd find my way. But somewhere between fear and failure, I slowly gave myself away. I said I'll start again tomorrow, whenever life became too hard. I kept postponing all my dreams until they felt impossibly far. I smiled to hide my disappointment. I lied whenever I said I was fine. Well, deep inside I was exhausted from fighting battles in my mind. I blame the world for every wound. I blame my past for every scar. But when the silence finally came, I knew the problem wasn't far. Traded dreams for temporary comfort and cold surrender being strong. I kept abandoning my own heart whenever life became unkind. Now I regret the years I wasted trying to escape myself instead of changing my life. I had everything I needed, but I never believed I could. And that's the deepest regret I carry, knowing I could have been more if I only believed I should. There were people who tried to reach me when I disappeared inside my pain. I pushed them away without explaining, then wondered why they never came again. There were dreams I called impossible before I ever gave them a chance. I was so afraid of falling that I never learned to take the first step. I wanted someone to understand me, but I never understood myself. I wanted someone to save my life while refusing to save myself. Now every year behind me feels like a letter I can't rewrite, filled with all being so cruel to yourself. You are allowed to fail. You are allowed to start again. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to be afraid, but don't let fear make your decisions, and then blame life for the consequences. Don't spend years waiting to become worthy of your own dreams. You were worthy when you began. You just forgot. Before they burn, I may never become who I imagined, but I can become someone true, someone my younger self would recognize, someone who finally believes in what he can do. Tonight I stand before the mirror, no excuses, no blame, just me. The dreams I abandoned, the years I wasted, the people I pushed away, the chances I was too afraid to take. I cannot change any of it, and maybe I don't need to, because regret can either become a prison or a warning. So I choose the warning. I forgive the person I was for not knowing better, but I refuse to use that forgiveness as an excuse to remain the same. I betrayed myself for too many years. Now I owe myself something different. Not perfection, not success, just the courage to keep going. I lost years trying to escape myself. Now I will spend the years I have left finally becoming myself. I still remember your last morning, the sunlight falling on your face. You stood beside the kitchen window and asked if I still knew our place. I said, of course I love you, but my eyes were somewhere else. I didn't know that love without attention could slowly turn into something else. You had been waiting for me through every lonely night, while I kept chasing distant dreams and calling that a better life. I thought there would be more tomorrows, more mornings to make things right. I never knew the life we dreamed of was ending quietly that night. didn't leave in anger, you didn't leave because of hate. You simply stopped believing that I would ever change. Every time I said not tonight, you learned a little more to let go. And every promise I postponed became a reason not to hope. Now I'm on the life we never lived, the years that disappeared somehow, the home we never built together, the children we never dreamed about. I miss the mornings I never gave you, the gentle words I never said. I miss the future we imagined that only lives inside my head. If I could turn back all those moments, I'd choose your heart over my pride. But the cruelest part of losing you is knowing I was there when you said goodbye. I found your old blue sweater still hanging behind our door. I held it close against my chest like I had done 1,000 times before. There was a photograph beside it from the summer we were young. You were smiling like forever was a promise yet to come. I remember how you told me you wanted a quiet life, a little house, a garden, and someone waiting every night. I always said we'd have it someday, when the timing felt more right. But someday became our ending, and I never saw it coming. You weren't asking for perfection, you only wanted me to stay, to listen when your heart was hurting, to choose you at the end of every day. But I gave you empty promises and called them plans for our future. I was building dreams without realizing you were disappearing from them. Now I'm on the life we never lived, the future I threw away, the little moments I kept postponing until there was nothing left to say. I would give every dream I chased for one ordinary night with you, just sitting quietly beside you with nothing else I had to do. You were never asking for the world, you only wanted me to care. And now I understand your silence was the sound of you no longer being there. The night you left, you didn't slam the door, you didn't scream, you didn't blame me. You simply placed your key on the table and said, I don't want to spend the rest of my life waiting for you to notice me. I wanted to stop you, I wanted to tell you that I finally understood, but I had already said I'll change too many times. So I watched you leave, and for the first time I understood what my promises meant to you. Nothing. every old photograph, every quiet morning, every song that reminds me of you. Maybe he listens when you speak. Maybe he holds your hand when you're afraid. I hope he does, because you deserve the life I once promised you. You deserve the mornings I was too busy to give. You deserve the patience I never learned. You deserve the man I only became after you left, and that's my greatest regret. Not that our story ended, but that I finally became ready to love you properly. When you were no longer there to I found an old photograph of someone I used to know. His eyes were full of promises before he learned to let them go. He dreamed of something greater, but fear became his guide. He chose the safest road each time and buried what he felt inside. I told myself I needed more time to become the man I wanted to be, but every year I kept on waiting was another year I lost of me. I blame the world for my failures, I blame the past for every scar, but when I finally faced the mirror, I knew the truth wasn't very far. I'm sorry to the person I left behind, for every dream I made you lose, for every chance I turned away, because I was afraid to choose. I'm sorry for the years I wasted trying to prove that I was strong. I spent so long running from my weakness that I forgot where I belong. Now I finally understand what hurts more than failure itself is knowing I could have become someone better if I had only believed in myself. There were hands reaching toward me I was too afraid to hold. There were words I needed to speak, but I kept leaving them untold. I pushed away the ones who loved me and wondered why I felt alone. I built a fortress around my heart and called that fortress home. I thought protecting myself from pain would somehow make me free, but every wall I built around me took another piece of me. Now I look at all the years behind me and see the choices I regret. Not every wound was mine to carry, not every failure was my fate. I'm sorry to the person I left tell him to be stronger. I'd tell him, you don't have to be fearless. You can fail, you can cry, you can start again. You don't have to know where the road will end. Just take the first step. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop believing that one mistake can define your entire life. And please don't spend your future punishing yourself for your past. You were only trying to survive with the understanding you had then. I'm sorry to the person I left behind, but tonight I won't abandon you. I cannot change the years I've wasted, but I can change what I choose to do. I'll carry every scar as wisdom, not as chains around my heart. I'll become the person I once needed and give myself another start. If tomorrow gives me one more chance, I won't wait until I'm ready. I'll walk through every door I fear, one step at a time, slow and steady. Tonight, I look into the mirror. I still see the mistakes, the dreams, the wasted years, the person I could have been. But this time, I don't turn away. I finally understand. Regret is not proof that my life is over. It is proof that I finally know what matters. I cannot bring yesterday back. I cannot become the younger man I wish I had been, but I can become someone he would be proud to meet. So this is my promise to myself. I will stop running. I will stop hiding. I will stop waiting for tomorrow. I lost many years trying to escape who I was. Now I want to spend the years I have left because I was afraid to choose. Now I want to spend the years I've left behind. I found an old photograph of someone I used to know. His eyes were full of promises before he learned to let them go. He dreamed of something greater, but fear became his guide. He chose the safest road each time and buried what he felt inside. I see my younger face tonight in an old forgotten photograph. He believed the world would understand him if he only learned to hide the cracks. He had dreams inside his hands, but fear kept telling him to wait. So he watched his chances disappear while blaming life for every mistake. I became the man I promised not to be. Cold whenever love came near. I pushed away the ones who cared and wondered why I felt alone here. I spent my life avoiding failure until I became afraid to try. called impossible dreams. Every time I chose the safer road and wondered what my life could mean. I wanted people to forgive me, but I couldn't forgive myself. I wanted someone to understand while I kept hiding from myself. There were days I needed kindness, but I answered pain with pride. There were moments I needed someone, yet I pushed everyone aside. Now the silence in this room knows every secret that I keep, and the hardest truth I've learned is that my wounds were mine to heal. I cannot blame the years forever. I cannot blame the world I knew. Some doors were closed without my choosing, but some I never tried to open to. I'm sorry to the man I could have been, for all the time I threw away, for choosing fear instead of living and calling yesterday my fate. I'm sorry for the person I became when I forgot what mattered most. I had a life waiting to be lived, but I was always afraid to lose. If I could meet my younger self, I'd sit beside him in the dark. I wouldn't tell him that life would be easy. I'd tell him, you're allowed to be afraid, you're allowed to fail, you're allowed to cry, you're allowed to start again. Stop trying to become someone everyone else will approve of. Stop punishing yourself for not knowing what you know today. And please, don't wait until you're older to start living, because one day you will look back and realize the years you feared losing were the years you never truly lived. I'm sorry to the man I could have been, but I won't destroy what's left of me. The past can teach me where I've fallen without deciding who I'll be. I'll carry every scar with wisdom, not as chains around my soul. I can't become the man I once imagined, but I can finally become whole. And if tomorrow gives me another chance, I won't waste it hiding anymore. I'll walk through every door I'm frightened of and become the man I was waiting for. Tonight I look into the mirror, I still see the mistakes, the wasted years, the broken promises, the dreams I abandoned. But I also see something I couldn't see before. A man who survived himself, a man who finally understands that regret doesn't have to be a prison. Maybe I cannot change yesterday, maybe some people will never return, maybe some dreams are already gone, but I still have today, and today is enough to begin again. So I forgive the younger me, not because he was right, but because he didn't know how to be better. person I became, but I refuse to spend the rest of my life. I see my younger face tonight in an old forgotten photo. November evening, rain was falling on the glass. You were sitting by the window, watching every car that passed. You asked me if I'd stay beside you just for one more hour that night, but I said I had some things to finish, and I left you underneath that light. You smiled and said, "It's okay," like you'd said 1,000 times before. I didn't know that little sentence was your heart closing one more door. You didn't ask me to be perfect, you never asked me to be someone new. You only wanted me to notice how much you were trying to reach me. But I was always somewhere else, even when I was holding you. And now I would give my whole life for one evening I refuse to give you. I thought there would be another Sunday, another chance to make things right. I thought love could survive the distance. I thought you'd always understand my silence. But hearts don't break in a single moment, they break a little every day. Every promise we keep postponing becomes another reason someone walks away. I should have stayed that night, I should have held you when you cried, I should have put my pride away and listened to what you couldn't say. I should have told you I was frightened, I should have told you I was wrong, I should have kissed your tears away instead of leaving you alone. You were asking for so little, just a little of my time, and now I trade the rest of my life for one more night by your side. I should have stayed, but I walked away. I remember your birthday dinner, the table covered in candlelight. You wore the dress I always loved, but I barely looked into your eyes. You asked me if I remember the place where we first met. I laughed and said we'll talk about it, because I had somewhere else to get. You went quiet for a moment, then smiled and raised your glass. You said maybe someday you'll remember how quickly all these moments pass. I didn't understand the meaning of the sadness in your voice. I thought we had a lifetime, so I never learned to make a choice. Now every year when that day comes, I sit alone beneath the light, and I remember how you looked at me when you realized I wouldn't stay that night. There was a winter morning when you called me from the train. You said you needed someone beside you because you couldn't handle all the pain. I was busy chasing something I thought would make my life complete. I told you I'd call you back later, then I forgot to call that week. When I finally reached you, your said, don't worry, I'm alright. But I knew something had gone wrong. You didn't tell me that you needed me, because you knew I'd let you down. You had already learned to carry everything without making a single sound. And that was when I should have known that something inside you changed. You were becoming stronger. You were becoming tired. I remember every little warning, every moment I ignored, every time you reached toward me, and I quietly closed the door. I called it needing space, I called it being overwhelmed. But now I know the truth. I was slowly teaching you how to live without me. I should have stayed that night. I should have held you when you cried. I should have put my pride away and listened to what you couldn't say. I should have told you I was right. I should have told you I was wrong. I should have kissed your tears away instead of leaving you alone. You were asking for so little, just a little of my time. And now I trade the rest of my life for one more night by your side. I should have stayed, but I walked away. The last morning that I saw you, you were standing by the door. Your suitcase waited on the floor, and your eyes looked tired, nothing more. You didn't blame me for the ending. You didn't scream or ask me why. You simply said, I've tried for so long. And then you looked me in the eyes. I wanted to tell you not to leave, but something held me back again. The same old pride that ruined everything, the same old fear I couldn't understand. You reached for my hand the final time, and I remember how it felt. Your fingers slowly letting go, as if you were releasing yourself. And you said something very softly, I hope someday you understand. And then you left. For years I wondered what you meant. Now I finally understand. You weren't asking me to stop you. You were. An old song plays across the room and brings back memories too soon. I see the life I left behind and wonder where I lost my mind. I kept running, chasing time. Now every road feels undefined. I'm lost in the echoes of yesterday, trapped in the choices I made. I regret every road I took and every chance I overlooked. Now I'm standing where dreams disappear, with no direction, nowhere near. and lost myself in who I am. If I could speak to yesterday, I'd tell myself not to run away, but time won't turn, the past won't bend, so I must learn where I began. I'm lost in the echoes of yesterday, still trapped in the life I made. The regret keeps pulling me back. I'll search beyond the fading tracks. Maybe somewhere beneath the pain, there's still a road I can take again. Lost in the echoes, waiting to find my way. I remember the nights you waited with the hallway light turned low. You never asked where I had been, you only asked if I was coming home. I said I was tired, I needed time. You smiled and moved away. I never saw the tears you swallowed when I chose another day. You learned to sleep without my arms, you learned to hide your pain, and I was foolish enough to think that nothing had really changed. Every I'm sorry came too late, every promise came undone. I kept asking you to understand, while giving you no reason to hold on. You weren't leaving all at once, you were leaving piece by piece, and I was too blind to notice the silence replacing your belief. You were the love I failed to keep, the one I never learned to hold. I had your heart inside my hands, but treated it like something I could own. You gave me every part of you, while I kept giving you my pride. Now all I have are empty rooms, and the words I left inside. If I could turn the years around, I'd choose you every time, but I learned the value of your love when you were no longer mine. I found your old photograph behind a book we used to read. You were smiling at the camera, like you still believed in me. On the back you wrote 3 words, always by your side. I held that picture in the darkness and finally broke down and cried, because you kept that promise longer than any promise I had made. You stood beside me through my failures while I slowly pushed you away. You never needed perfect answers, you'd always understand. But even the strongest heart gets tired of reaching for an empty hand. And when you stopped asking questions, I thought our fighting days were through. I didn't know you had already decided there was nothing left to say or do. You were the love I failed to keep, the one I never learned to hold. I had your heart inside my hands, but treated it like something I could own. You gave me every part of you, while I kept giving you my pride. Now all I have are empty rooms, and the words I left inside. If I could turn the years around, I'd choose you every time. But I learned the value of your love when you were no longer mine. The last night that you were with me, you looked at me without a fight. You said, I don't wanna hate you, I just need to save my life. I wanted to tell you I was sorry, I wanted to ask you to stay. But after all the times I'd hurt you, I had no right to make you wait. So I watched you take your suitcase, I watched you walk toward the door. And for the first time in my life, I understood what silence was for. It wasn't punishment, it wasn't anger. It was the sound of someone who had finally stopped You were the love I failed to keep, and the greatest truth I know. I wasn't ready when you loved me, and I was ready when you had to go. I should have held you through the darkness, I should have stayed when you were afraid. I should have told you every morning how grateful I was that you stayed. If another life should find us, I'll recognize your heart again. And I won't wait for tomorrow to love you like I should have then. I'll choose your hand over my pride, I'll choose your tears over my fear. I'll say I love you while you're beside me, before I lose you once again. Now I live with all the little things I never thought would matter. The empty chair, the untouched side of the bed, the song you used to sing while making coffee in the morning. Funny how the smallest memories become the heaviest ones when the person is gone. I used to think losing you was something that happened to me. Now I know I helped make it happen, not in one terrible. I remember the man I used to be, when pride was stronger than my heart. I spoke my anger without thinking, and never saw the damage from the start. I had people who believed in me, but I treated their patience like a right. I thought their love would last forever, so I never learned to hold them tight. I walked away from honest voices whenever truth became too hard. I called my stubbornness a strength while slowly breaking every bond. Now the years have changed my vision, and the past is clear to me. Some of the pain I carry now was created by the old me. I regret the way I acted then, the careless man I chose to be. Every word I threw in anger, every heart I failed to see. I regret the times I chose my pride when someone only needed care. I thought I was protecting myself, but I was the reason they weren't there. I wish I could return to yesterday before those moments disappear. I'd become the man I am today before someone had to leave in tears. There were nights I should have listened, but I only wanted to be right. I turned simple conversations into another pointless fight. I judged before I knew their story. I blamed before I looked inside. I wanted everyone to understand me while refusing to see their side. I said that's just who I am whenever someone asked me to change. Now I know those words were only fear hiding underneath my shame. Growing older didn't erase the choices I wish I could undo. It only taught me that our actions can leave scars on someone too. I regret the way I acted then, the love I treated carelessly.
Ayan, batiin muna natin. Alam, may artista pala pumasok. Ikaw ba talaga yan, Kylie Velasco? Ikaw ba talaga yan? May dumalaw. Nako. Yan, bigyan lang siya na. Thank you so much sa pagdalaw. Kylie Velasco. Wow. Nagulat ako. Tiningnan ko yung profile. Nasaan na yun? Umalis na yan. Ikaw ba talaga yan? Nasaan ka ba? Nandiyan ka pa ba? Thank you, thank you, Kylie Velasco sa pagdalaw. Yan, artista na, singer pa. Diba? Minsan, bihira lang may pumapasok na mga nasaan na kaya yun? Wala na kagad. At iniwan.
Every chance I had to be kinder, every person I pushed from me. I regret the silence after anger, apologies I left unsaid. I thought tomorrow would be waiting until tomorrow came without them. someone's gone to finally understand their value. Some people don't leave suddenly, they leave after giving you 100 quiet chances. And when you finally become wise enough to understand what you lost, they may already be gone. I regret the way I acted then, but I won't let regret consume me. I'll carry every lesson from those years and become the person I should be. I'll listen before I answer, I'll think before I speak. I'll choose kindness over anger, especially when I'm weak. If life gives me another chance, I won't take someone's love for granted. I'll protect the trust they give me and never treat their heart carelessly. I cannot return to yesterday, I cannot erase what I have done. I can only face the truth without excuses, without blame. I was wrong, I hurt people, I lost things because of my choices. And maybe that's the hardest lesson life has ever given me. You don't always realize what someone meant to you until they're no longer there. The man I was will always be part of my story, but he will not decide my ending. From this day forward, I let my actions speak. For every apology I was once too proud to give, every apology I was once too proud to give. I walked away from honest voices whenever truth became too hard.
Alright, Jimmy Ganap, Chana, Carmela in the house. Thank you so much. Good morning. Ayan, pakinggan niyo si, Kylie Velasco. Play ko yung ano niya. Makanta siya sa mall. Saan mall kaya?
Di nababago. Di alam kung paano aamin. Dapat bang sabihin to? Ngunit kailangan ng tawanan, sabihin ang nararapat na hindi na nga. Alam kong mali na, pero di ko kayang bumitaw. Ika'y masasaktan dahil pangako ko'y walang iwanan. Alam kong mali na, alam kong hindi na nga mahal.
Lumayas na agad eh. Kailan lang to si Kylie, kailan lang sumikat. Di lang masyado. May mga kanta niya na puro mga ano ba yung mga hugot din eh. Mga hugot din yung mga kanta nito eh. Sayang, umalis ka agad. Paakyatin ko sana eh. Kaso lang wala na, umalis na eh. Parang si dati. Ganyan din si dati. Si Alex Gonzaga biglang sumulpot. Biglang pumasok. Pero si Alex, nagtagal siya kumanta ng 2 beses, 2 kanta. Si ganyan din noon, si Ivana Alawi, ganyan din. Nagdalawang kanta din. Yan. Ganon din. Ganyan sila mga artista na pumapasok. Ay mga pumapasok na artista na. Sayang, umalis ka agad.
I caught my stubbornness a string, while slowly breaking every bond. Now the years have changed my vision, and the past is clear to me. Some of the pain I carry now was created by the old me. I regret the way I remember how I used to live with too much pride and too little care. I spoke my anger like a truth and never saw the hurt I left there.
Bata lang to siya.
I'm going to transform my voice into a
Bata lang to
violin.
si Kylie.
Bini-bini, alam mo ba kung paano nahulog sa'yo? Naramdaman lang bigla ng puso. Aking sinta, ikaw ang nagparamdam nito. Kaya sabihin mo sa akin
Ano ba mga kanta niyang iba? May mga kanta na maganda to eh.
Always smile and know what it takes to pull this down. I'll do till the sun goes down. No change in the night time. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll tell you what you wanna hear. You put sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time.
Alright, Chen, bigyan shout out for Million in the house. Thank you so much. Ay, kung nandiyan pa nakasilip si Kylie. Kylie, thank you sa pagdalaw.
Your winning streak on the house with Bet88. Bigger bonuses, better rewards. Choose your luck. Over 2,500 games. So you have more chances for big wins.
I wanna live, I wanna eat. I've been a minute for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood. I crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. You keep me searching, and I'm growing old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been a minute for a heart of gold. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was for me. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence.
On the 7th,
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many years must a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry. Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, a river lies old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me, the radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road, take me home, down country road, take me home, down country road. When you're down and trouble and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your dark
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, baby, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you, and I take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, don't you let them now. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh baby, don't you know, winter, spring, summer or fall, hey now, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. You sheltered me from harm, kept me warm, kept me warm. You gave my life to me, set me free, set me free. The finest years I ever knew were all the years I had with you. And I would give anything that I own. I'd give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything that I own just to have you back again. You taught me how to love, what it's of, what it's of. You never said too much, but still you showed the way. And I knew from watching you, nobody else could ever know
that can't let go. And I would give anything I own. I'd give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. Is there someone you know you're loving them so, but taking them all for granted? You may use them one day, someone takes them away, and they don't hear the words you long to say. I would give anything I own. I'd give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. Just to touch you once again. An only child alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. His hands were meant for different work, and his heart was known to none. He left his home and went his lone and solitary way, and he gave to me a gift I know I never can repay. A quiet man of music, denied a simpler fate. Tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. He earned his love through discipline, a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. My brothers' lives were different, for they heard another call. One went to Chicago and the other to St. Paul. And I'm in Colorado when I'm not in some hotel, living out this life I've chosen, come to know so well. I thank you for the music and your stories of the road. I thank you for the freedom when it came my time to go. I thank you for the kindness and the times when you got tough. And Papa, I don't think I said I love you near enough. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. I am a living legacy to the leader of the band. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. I am
legacy to the leader of the band. And through what I play, your spirit carries on.
You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come let me love you, come love me again. Let me give my life to you. Let me love again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
Hello. I always thought you were the best. I guess I always will. I always felt that we were blessed, and I feel that we stand. Sometimes we talk the hard road, but we always saw it through. If I had only one friend left, I'd want it to be you. Sometimes the world was on our side, sometimes it wasn't fair. Sometimes it gave a helping hand, sometimes we didn't care. As we were together, made the dreams come true. If I had only one friend left, I'd want it to be you. Someone who understood me, knows me inside out. Let's keep it together, believes without a doubt. tell it to. If I had only one friend left, I'd want it to be you. Sweet, we were together, meet to dream come true. If I had only one friend left, I'd want it to be you. Someone who understands me, knows me inside out, helps keep me together, believes without a doubt that I could move the mountain, someone to tell it to. If I had only one friend left, I'd want it to be you.
I used to say, if I hear AI one more time,
Every time is my prayer, I come to talk with you again, because ambitions are only creeping. Late you sit while I was sleeping, and the vision that's what planted in my brain still remains. Within the sounds of silence, in restless dreams I walk alone, down the street the cobblestone, and in the hollow of a street lamp, I turn my collar through the cold and dark. When my eyes were stopped by the blast of the iron line, split and die, and it's just the sound of silence, and the naked light is on. 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share. No one there disturb the sound of silence. All say that you don't know, silence like a cancer grows. There are words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent to drown. And the echo of silence, and the people bow and pray to the Nayang Kadime, and the sign glass on its warning, in the words that it was reading, the sign said
song of silence. Ay, 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 ay. At the end,
Chances for big wins.
yes. Just a 4.2 good stories and love stories.
Hindi ko alam yun. Hindi. Ay, no, 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 no.
I'm only trying to learn one Carmen maker song. Signs were made for the Prince war, and his heart was long tonight. He leave us home away this long, solitary way. And he give to me a gift I know I never can repay. Quiet man of music, denied a simpler fate. Tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. He aired his love to discipline, a thundering bell began. He gently missed a sculpting song, to my ears he understand. A leader of the Palestine, and his eyes are growing up. But his blood runs through my instrument, and his song is in my soul. My life has been a politics, you imitate the man. I am just a living legacy to the leader of the band. My brother lives with a friend, but he heard another call. One went to Chicago, and the other to St. Paul. And I'm in Colorado, all up in some hotel, living out this life I choose and come to know so well. Your stories of the road, I take you for the freedom. When it comes my times to go, I take you for the kindness and the times when you got on. And Mama, I don't think I said I love you girl enough. A little of the burning time, and these eyes are growing on. But this blood runs through my instrument, and this song is in my soul. My life has been a attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. I'm the living legacy
Sing motto carry.
Take me back to my boat on the river. I need to cool down. I need to calm down. Take me back to my boat on the river, and I won't cry out anymore. Time stands still as I gaze in the water. It eases me down, touching me gently with the waters that flow past my boat on the river, so I don't cry out anymore. On the river is white, the river it touches my life like the wind on the sun. All roads lead to tranquility base, where the frown of my face disappears. Take me down to my boat on the river, and I won't cry out anymore. The river it touches my life like a wave on the sun, and all roads lead to tranquility base, where the frown of my face disappears. Take me down to my boat on the river. I need to cool down. Won't you let me cool down? Take me back to my boat on the river, and I won't cry out anymore. And I won't cry out anymore. And I won't cry out anymore. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert. like a sleepy ocean. You fill up my senses, you fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come let me love you, come let me again. Let me give my life to you. Let me love you. Come love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like a mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, you fill me again.
And hi friends, to the list! Brushing alone can't...
It's another tequila sunrise, sailing slowly across the sky. Said goodbye. He was just so hard-hearted, walking on the trees of light to try. Days go by, every night when the sun goes down, just another lonely boy in town. She's out running round. He was just another woman, and I couldn't keep from coming home. It's been so long. When it's a holiday, with it comes down the daily prayer. It never ends. Another shot to carry, wondering why the right was never come. You just gave that. It's another tequila sunrise, This old world still wants to see another rain. Please, hindi ko alam. May tao pa ba? Meron pa. My love, there's only you in my life, the only thing that's right.
My first love, your every breath that I take, your every step I make.
And I want to share all my love with you. No one else will know. And your eyes, 3 hours. You care, oh yes, you will always be my endless love. Oh, two hearts that beat as one. Our names have just begun. Whoa, I hold you close in my arms. I can't resist your charm. Whoa, love, I'll be your home. For you, I'm sure.
You know I don't mind.
Oh, you know I don't mind.
That's you.
You mean the world to me.
I know.
I know.
I
I found in you my endless love. Kala ko na tanong, meron pala.
You know I don't mind.
You'll be the only one. minsan nag-iibig ang tear. My love, my endless love.
New Head and Shoulders. Best ever formula that keeps you up to 100% dandruff free.
Bakit ngayon ka lang? Bakit ngayon kung kailan ang aking puso'y mayroon ng laman?
Sana'y nalaman ko darating ka sa buhay ko. Di sana naghintay ako.
Ikaw sana ang aking yakap-yakap, ang iyong kamay lagi ang aking hawak, at hindi kanya. Bakit ngayon ka lang dumating sa buhay ko? Pilit binubuksan ang sarado ko ng puso. Ikaw ba ay nararapat sa akin? At siya ba'y dapat ko nang limutin? Nais kong malaman, bakit ngayon ka lang dumating? Ikaw sana ang aking yakap-yakap, ang iyong kamay lagi ang aking hawak, at hindi kanya. Bakit ngayon ka lang dumating sa buhay ko? Pilit binubuksan ang sarado ko ng puso. Ikaw ba ay nararapat sa akin? At siya ba'y dapat ko nang limutin? Nais kong malaman, bakit ngayon ka lang? Bakit ngayon ka lang dumating sa buhay ko? Pilit binubuksan ang sarado ko ng puso. Ikaw ba ay nararapat sa akin? At siya ba'y dapat ko nang limutin? Nais kong malaman, bakit ngayon ka lang dumating? Nais kong malaman, bakit ngayon ka lang dumating?
pinakamasarap na chicken fillet? Nasa McDonald's Sulit Busog Meals.
This is Valorant. Then you.
Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Look at this life. I still don't know where it's going. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that will be all I need to know.
Look at these eyes, they've never seen what mattered. Look at these dreams, so big and so bright. But I know
I love you. That me I need to know. So many questions still living unanswered. So much I've never broken through.
And when I feel you near me, sometimes I see so clearly the only truth I've ever known is me and
you. Look at this man, so blessed with inspiration. Look at this soul, still searching for salvation.
I don't know much,
but I know
I love you.
and that will be all I need to know.
I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that will be all I need to know. I don't know much,
But I know I love you.
and that will be all there is to know.
Shopee VIP. Get exclusive access and memberships. Subscribe now.
Girl, you are to me all that a woman should be, and I dedicate my life to you always.
A love like yours is rare. It must have been sent from up above. And
When you come around, you bring brighter days. You're the perfect one for me, and you forever will be. And I will love you so for always. Come with me, my sweet. Let's go make a family. They will bring us joy for always.
Oh boy, I love you so. I can't find enough ways to let you know, but you can be sure I'm yours for always.
And we both know that our love will grow and forever it will be you and me.
Hey,
Oh, you're like the sun, chasing all of the rain away. When you come around, you bring brighter days. You're the perfect one for me, you forever will be. And I will love you so for always. 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 If you love me like you tell me, please be careful with my heart. You can take it just to break it, or my world will fall apart. You are my first romance, and I'm willing to take a chance that till life is through, I still be loving you. I will be true to you. Just a promise from you will do. From the very start, please be careful with my heart. I love you and I don't dare be low and for me. Promise I'll be always true for the world and all to see. Love has heard some lies suddenly spoken, and I hope that my heart badly broken. I've been burned and I've been hurt before. So I know how you feel, 'cause my love is real for real. Changing with your heart, I'll caress it like the morning dew. I'll be right beside you forever. I won't let you go from the heart, from the very start. I'll be careful with your heart.
You are my first romance.
And you're my love.
Take my chance.
I'll let
Till life
pass.
I still be loving you. I will be true to you. Just a promise what you will do.
Only to you.
From the very start.
From the very start.
From the very start.
From the very start.
From the very start. Please be careful with
My heart.
my heart.
Para sa pusong kumakayod, para
You, I know you're everything that I've been looking for. And I look into your eyes and could not ask for more.
So it's only fair to lay it on the line. Hold on, I'm gonna need a little time.
But if I ever fall in love again, sometimes when this broken heart can mend, I know it's gonna be with you. You're the one to pull me through, though I don't know when.
If
Will
I
you
ever
ever fall in love again?
scared, guess I'm scared to fly. It's such a long way down. Just trust in me, I'm sure I'd come around.
And I know when your heart it's hard to lay someone inside.
In your arms I feel
I'm ready now to try. But if I ever fall in love again, sometimes when this broken heart can mend, I know it's gonna be with you. You're the one to pull me through, though I don't know when. If I ever fall in love again, I feel to never let you go. You're the best thing in my life, when I know I gotta take it slow. You know it's gonna be with you. You're the one to pull me through, though I
again. Are you gonna fall in love again?
Gawing ganado ang kainan with a delicious taste of tang.
You asked me if I love you, and I shotgun my reply. I'd rather warn you honestly, mislead you with a lie.
And who am I to judge you on what you say or do? I'm only just beginning to see the real you.
And sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much, and I have to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides. Romance around, it's a strategy, leads me battling with my pride. But through the insecurity, something underneath survives.
I'm just another writer, still trapped within my truths. A hesitant prize fighter, still trapped within my youth. Oh, and
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much, and I have to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides.
At times I'd like to break you and drag you to your knees.
Oh, girl, at times I'd like to break you and hold you endlessly. At times I understand you, and I know how hard you try. I once will love too much you, and I once will pass you by.
At times I think we're drifters, still searching for a friend.
A brother or a sister, but then the passion flares again.
Oh, and
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much, and I have to close my eyes and hide. I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down and cry. I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides.
I wanna hold you till the fear in me subsides.
Thank you. Alright. Lapit na. Lapit na 3 oras. Thank you so much sa mga tambay. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
If there was a song about Big Dream and the
Tonight I celebrate my love for you. It seems the natural thing to do.
Tonight, no one's gonna find us. We'll leave the world behind us. When I make love to you.
Tonight I celebrate my love for you and hope that deep inside you feel it too.
Tonight, the spirit will be climbing to a sky filled up with the moon. When I make love to you tonight. Tonight is celebrate my love for you. And that midnight sun is gonna come shining through. Tonight there'll be no distance between us.
What I want most to do is to get close to you. Tonight I celebrate my love for you, and soon this old world will seem brand new.
Tonight we'll both discover how Prince turns into lover. When I make love to you
tonight, I celebrate my love for you,
and the midnight sun is gonna come shining through. Tonight there'll be no distance between us.
What I want most to do is to get close to you. Tonight I celebrate my love for you. Tonight.
The epic online action game War Thunder lets you dive into massive battles and experience the full power of legendary military.
you task. Ain't it funny? Is it just beginner's luck? Maybe. We just attach to different people from such different worlds apart. We touch each other's hearts like a candles in the dark. If it's time for us, we've gotta take it. Take your chance, the chance to make it known. Let the love begin. Need the light come shining in. Who knows where the road will lead us now? Look at what we found. Make this moment turn our hearts around. It may never come again. Let it end. Let the love begin.
Here we are, so close together. I can feel the fire start between us. We've come this far to stop it now. If this is meant to be,
It's meant to
for
be.
you and me.
You and me.
We found our destiny.
Don't
Looking
worry,
out new
forever.
forever. Make
Make
this
this
dream
dream
come
come
true
true
together
together
now.
Let the love begin.
Let the light come shining in.
Who knows where the road will lead us now?
Look at what we found.
Make this moment turn our hearts around. It may never come again. Let it end. Let the love begin. Here we are, so close together. I can feel the fire start between us.
Ooh, we've come this far, too far to stop it now. If this is meant to be,
It's meant to
for
be.
you and me.
You and
we
me.
found our destiny.
Looking
Looking out
at you forever. Make this thing come true together now. Let the love begin. Let the light come shining in. Who knows where the road will lead us now? Look at what we found. Make this moment turn our hearts around. It may never come again. Let the love begin.
No, tomorrow.
All right.
Monday has helped us be much more effective. Maxis Group started out as a small family business, and now throughout the years we've acquired different companies, both internationally and locally. Right now we're using Monday.
me with you. Every time you go away, pick up piece of me with you. Whoa. Gonna breathe, yeah. Maybe you're too close to see. I can feel your body more. Doesn't mean that much to me. I can't go on saying the same thing. 'Cause can't you see, we got everything, baby, every know you know. Every time you go away, take my piece of me with you. Every time you go away, take a piece of me with you. Oh. Alright, thank you so much 4 million amazing people na mga nakatambay dyan. Maraming salamat! I can't go on saying the same thing. 'Cause baby, can't you say you got everything going on and on and on. Every time you go away, take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Thank you so much, guys. Everywhere I look, I see her smile, her absent-minded eyes, and she has kept me wondering for so long how this thing could go wrong. Seems to me that we are both the same, playing the same game. But as darkness falls, this droll love falls apart into the rattle of her heart. She's so vulnerable, like china in my hand. She's so vulnerable. I'd never hurt the one on love. She's all
vulnerable. Oh, so vulnerable. Days like this, no one should be alone. No heart should be hide away. Your touch so gently conquering my mind. There's nothing words can say. Oh Lord, some secrets of my soul. I've whispered of my dreams, but just like time falls, these visions fall apart into a rather longer heart. Yeah, she's so vulnerable, like China in my hand. She's so vulnerable, and I don't understand. I could never hurt someone I love. She's all I've got, but she's so vulnerable. Oh, so vulnerable, yeah. So vulnerable, like China in my hand. She's so vulnerable, and I don't understand. I could never hurt the one I love. She's on the gun. She's so vulnerable, like China in my hand. She's so vulnerable, I don't understand. I could never hurt someone I love. She's all I've got. She's so vulnerable. Oh, so vulnerable. She's so vulnerable. My baby, she's vulnerable. She's so vulnerable. Ilang oras na ba? Wow! It's already 3 hours. Thank you so much. Ate S, Nanay Norm, maraming salamat. At sa pagdalaw ni Kylie, thank you so much, Kylie. Hindi ka tumagal. Sana kahit nag-2 songs ka man lang. Madaya ka, madaya ka. Madaya ka, Kylie. Alright. Last song. Elton John. Forever young, I want to be forever. Ito dito tayo. Ito tayo luma. Last song ng luma. Panahon na yung lolo ko to eh, lolo ko. Malabo na yung mga lyrics. Alright, maraming salamat. 4 million in the house. Akin ka, kung di ka patutukso sa iba, sapagkat sa pag-ibig, apoy ang kasama. Akin ka, kung di ka pa akin sa iba, Sana ay maging tapat ka. Akin ka ngayon, akin ka bukas, akin ka sa lahat ng oras. Kung ikaw man ay magbabago pa, sa pangarap magiging akin ka. Sa mundo, ikaw lang ang pinaka-iibig ko. Saan man larawan mo'y napapangarap ko. Tandaan, ilamak ng lahat dahil sa'yo. Sana ay maging tapat ka. Akin ka ngayon, akin ka bukas, akin ka sa lahat ng oras. Kung ikaw man ay magbabago pa, sa pangarap magiging akin ka. Sa mundo, ikaw lang ang pinaka-iibig ko. Saan man larawan mo'y napapangarap ko. Tandaan, inamak ng lahat dahil sa'yo. Sana ay maging tapat ka. Akin ka ngayon, akin ka bukas, akin ka sa lahat ng oras. Kung ikaw man ay magbabago pa, sa pangarap magiging akin ka. Akin ka ngayon, akin ka bukas, akin ka sa lahat ng oras. Kung ikaw man ay magbabago pa, sa pangarap magiging akin ka. Akin ka ngayon, akin ka bukas, akin ka sa lahat ng oras. O di iyo lang, paala ka sa buhay mo. Alright, yan, maraming salamat sa inyo guys. Thank you sa mga nagtambay. Ate S, thank you. Kay Nanay Nor, isa lang to eh, isa lang to. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Mangantayon. Mangantayon. Anasidaan. Nyatin masida. Dawat ka masidaan, naman masida ko. LBC mo lang lang. Eksakto, alas 12 na rin eh. Alas 12:04. Along nga oras. Well, nagpaot na live. Kadawat ka nga nagsidaan ha. Awan masidak. Okay. Awat nga rin maluto. Ano pa ilutong na eh. Awan pinanganan. Lumugmug ka kadata. Alright, yan. Maraming salamat sa inyo guys. Thank you sa mga nagtambay dyan. Sino ba yung mga nagtambay? Isa lang naman nagtambay, you know? Thank you for me in the house. Shout out once again. Here's your DJ Marat. And my live stream, my YouTube channel. Thank you. Hindi natuloy yung karaoke tour kagabi. Hindi ako makapasok. Kaya magwawala mo na ako ngayon. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you sa inyo. Thank you. Maraming salamat. Alright, yan. Maraming salamat sa inyo guys. Thank you sa mga nagtambay dyan. Sino ba yung mga nagtambay? Isa lang naman nagtambay. Isa lang naman nagtambay. Subukan ko nga mag-intro. Marunong din ako mag-intro. Ayan, ano yun? Marunong din kaya ako mag-intro. Tingnan ko nga mag-intro. Ay, outro pala. Yung outro ko. Saan na ba yung outro ko? Ito.
Umuusok ang speaker, mainit ngayong araw. Ang hagupit ng kanta, walang itatabi. Tapos na ang kantahan, sana nag-enjoy kayo. Pero ang dugong maharot, hindi hihintay. Mag-e-end na tayo, pero bakas ay naiwan. Sa bawat tenga, sana kasiyahan ang nadama. Lipad na nga nila, bagsak na ang martilyo. DJ Maharot, laging narito.
Gawa mo akong bago.
Ang ingay ay huhupa, pero ang kiliti mananatili. Maraming salamat! Kita-kita ulit tayo! Spread the good vibes! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
Alright, bye-bye! Thank you so much sa inyo, guys. Mamasada mo lang ako, mamasada. Ah, di ba? Mabubusina na yung mga sasakyan. Yung pang-outro at saka intro. Intro at saka outro. Alright, thank you, bye-bye, and God bless all of you guys. Spread love, spread the good vibes.